In 2024, e-commerce has changed quite a bit from what I've seen. At IDHL, we work with companies that sell B2C and B2B, but they are also opening up new opportunities through new channels such as social media. So like things like at Connections, I've done a talk on Shopify integrations. Shopify themselves have like a social media kind of integration that allows you to push out product feeds and products through to social media feeds or profiles. And that lets you like purchase things directly from the social media platform, as well as get clicks through to your pages as well and actually put orders through. On things like TikTok, there's the influencers that are promoting certain products. We're seeing our clients are using influencers more to push their products through to their target markets on these social media platforms. And it's not so much even about getting the transactions through, it's getting the visibility of your products to your target market, which is really, really key. Because at the end of the day, they'll be influenced at that point to potentially make the end transaction. To be a successful e-commerce project, there's a number of things that I see is quite useful. Security is a big thing. Making sure you use HTTPS on your domains, and also making sure you've got a reputable payment gateway behind the scenes, because sometimes people can be put off if they're not taking the transaction on a recognized domain or something like that. Like it might be the Shop Pay or something like that, which is becoming quite popular these days. Also, if your website is not even built responsively for mobile, that can be a big put off given the amount of traffic that goes through mobile devices nowadays. If you're not catering for that market, you're already alienating quite a large market share there. I think both routes are actually quite viable still nowadays. Going down the native route, you've got a unified experience. So it's kind of like what Xperience by Kentico is. You've got all your features within the same platform, and administrators don't need to learn more than one platform. They don't need to learn like a Kentico interface and then a Shopify interface or another platform. They are all within the same platform, so you can manage orders, products, everything within one place. Whereas if you need a lot more advanced features for e-commerce, the native options may not even support that. So you might be looking to use like a best of breed headless e-commerce platform at that point, and that's where you might need the separate integration. So some common mistakes are having, kind of linked to what I said earlier about the not catering for the mobile market. If you haven't got a great UX for mobile customers, that's already kind of like a poor experience there. On the experience kind of area as well, if you've got like a poor search, quite often if people are trying to search for a certain type of product, they might put certain keywords or spaces in. If it doesn't come up, they might not end up purchasing it. And there's also not having a guest checkout. I know a lot of customers are actually put off by the necessity to actually register on a website when they actually go into purchase. Having that frictionless kind of checkout experience is just so important for some users. I know some family and friends that I've got that as soon as they hit the registration, they're like, I don't want to set up a username and password just to buy one product that I'm going to buy from this one company. But equally to that, I think that level of trying to get them to re-engage as well, have like in Kentico, you could have like some sort of automation piece after that. So to try and re-engage them. So even if they have got like some sort of order and they're provided an email, you might want to trigger them some sort of promotion discounts and things like that off the back of it to try and re-engage them back into buying further product. So personalization for e-commerce is really important because, kind of similar to what I've been saying before, is you want to show the products that people are interested in. So if they've given consent to track their activities through different methods, whether that's through Google or whatever, being able to track what they're doing and react based on that is really useful because you can bump up certain products in their product listings or search results. And that's what we've done on a number of clients, actually. We're starting to use something like Algolia to run search and product listings on certain websites. And they've got really cool analytics stuff where you can bump up certain products or categories. So if someone's visiting a clothing website and keep looking at t-shirts, maybe we'll bump up the t-shirts in the product listing or even in the search results. And that is bespoke to that user as a customer visiting your website. So there's one experience that I've had quite regularly over the past year or two, actually, is one company in particular. I maybe do an order once in a while. They actually send me, obviously, like promotional discount codes through emails, but quite often it'll say, oops, sorry, the website was down or something like that when you try to place an order. And I know that I didn't try to place an order. I didn't even visit the website. So it's at this point they're trying to force a promo code to me and get a transaction out. But to me, that feels even weirder because I know I wasn't even browsing the website at that point.